guys, welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I look forward to all the reactions because I just love doing this. But Toni Price is a new artist to the channel and her song Tumbleweed. And this is a gift request of Matthew Jocks. So Matthew, thank you for the gift and introducing Toni to us. I just looked up real briefly before I got on set to see about Toni. And it turns out that she passed away just over a year ago, like a year and a week ago, November 22nd of 2024. So I won't be rating this song. I'm just going to leave it stand as it is. But she evidently, what I read was that she won a contest at age 10 in Nashville, and then at some point moved to Austin, and then stayed in Austin for like 30 years or something like that. And she won numerous accolades, let's put it that way. She was honored a lot. I think she was in the Austin Music Hall of Fame or something like that and all that. So she made her name down in Texas. And in November 22nd of 2024, she was 63. And I had just turned 63 at that time as well, but she passed away of a brain aneurysm, according to what I read, so a stroke. And that, of course, makes me sad. But, you know, we all have our races to run. And evidently, while she was with us, she had a heck of a career, touched a lot of people's lives. So we're going to get into her song Tumbleweed, which, unless this is a cover, I don't know it. So here we go. Tumbleweed.
The price of oil went to hell. This town dried up like a desert well. No one left anymore but a few old men. And the tanker trucks just roll on past. Grass grows tall on the railroad tracks. I'm tired of hearing those stories about way back when.
And I know that's the way it always goes. Yeah, I know that's the way it always goes.
Oh, tumbleweed, that's the way it always goes. Tumbleweed, that's the way it always goes.
I don't know where the song is going, but I want to stop there to say, you know, I don't know what other vignettes will be included in this and how it's going to develop. But so far, obviously, the town is on hard times. And the instrumentation suggests to me, like the drum beat, the tempo of the drum beat and such suggests the outside world is just moving right along. The fiddle, violin, fiddle, suggests the blues within the town. You know, she's tired of hearing these old stories and, you know, these men and all this kind of stuff. So the town itself dried up. All right, let's see how it gets developed.
So I sold my couch and my easy chair, cut off all of my long brown hair, packed up everything else in Chevrolet. And when someone asked me where was I going, I tore the map up, I flipped a coin, and it landed somewhere a long, long ways away.
And I know that's the way it always goes. Yeah, I know that's the
go that way for her or generally?
That's the way it always goes. Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the way it always
God, there's so much in that song that if you're just driving down the road, you won't hear it because you're paying attention to what's going on. And then there's the truck that goes by and you don't hear. And when you take the time to dissect anything, you pick up on more. I don't think this was just a commentary on her own life, like from her own perspective, like, oh, everywhere I go, things go wrong and this town dried up and all. I think this was a general commentary where, things change. And in this town, I mean, it started out that the price of oil went to hell. Now, did it drop a lot so they stopped drilling because it was too expensive and not cost effective? Or it went up and they pumped all the oil they could. Whatever it was, it affected this town, dried up, people moved out. I mean, the details in here were really well done, and I so appreciate this because I work with words a lot, and I mean, I love math. Believe me, that had been and still is. I love math. It's not my favorite, but it's because I love English, so I love them equally, and they each have their own language. The language of math. There's a language of logic, formal logic, which I studied, symbolic logic, and all that, but the lyricist went with, so I sold my easy chair. And you think about that, though. It could have been, I sold my furniture and left. I sold everything I had and left. But it was not just a chair or a couch. It was an easy chair. That suggests on a certain level that life was kind of in a groove. Easy, right? Then things went to hell in the oil town. It could have been Oklahoma, could have been Texas. I mean, she's a Texas artist, and so she has familiarity with this. And I don't think a songwriter just anywhere could write this. I think you have to have some intimacy, some connection to that lifestyle to be able to comment on it like this. But the easy chair. And then for some reason, she cut off her long brown hair. I don't know why she did that, but she just decided, I'm going to make a change. And I also love the detail about flipping the coin. And it wasn't between two cities she wanted to go to. She flipped the coin, and where it landed on the map is where she went. And we never found out where that was. She's just going. And I appreciated this too, where people ask me where I'm going. I flipped a coin, and I just said a long way from here. And it's like she didn't name the city. So you can insert your own life into this. And because it's so open-ended in that respect, but also the visual of this, of like the grass growing above the train tracks or on the train tracks, says, the trains don't run anymore. And like one of the things economists do and investors do, whether they're stocks or bonds, is and some people are paid a lot of money to look into details like this, but when they're looking at where certain sectors of the economy are going to go, they look at a lot of data. And if you want to know certain things, you'll look at raw materials, like, are we importing a lot of aluminum? What does that mean for a certain sector? Is copper very hard to get? What does that mean for the computer industry or the plumbing industry? And you make these projections. And these folks are guessing the same as in many ways, but transportation is a big thing that investors and economists and others look at as far as where are things going to go. And when grass is growing above a train track, that says a whole lot about certain things, not just that one area. It will tell you, like if the price of oil went to hell, it didn't just go to hell in that area. It went elsewhere too. But I also she's like, look, there's nothing here. And I love that tidbit about not enjoying hearing the stories from the folks who remained in the town, older guys, I think she said, or older men. I get tired of hearing their stories about the way things used to be. And yeah, I mean, she wants to know the way things are gonna be. She wants a better life, and she's Amscrayan. So Matthew, good show. I like her voice. I thought the backing could have been stronger or better. On the production end, I suppose. I liked her backing her own stuff. Like she provided some of her own harmonies, but there was a male backing, and I thought that could have been better on this track. But I don't know when or how this was produced, if it was on a label, if she did it herself. But I really did like the tempo and the dichotomy or the contrast in the song of things moving along quickly, but also the forlornness of the fiddle. And as far as her voice goes, I really like the way she sang this because she didn't oversell anything and she didn't whine. It was just, she was just singing it. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting up and going. It bespeaks somebody who just embraces the way things are, reality. I don't want things to be bad. I'm making a change, not whining about it. That's just what's happening. And I enjoyed that. So I'm not going to rate this, as I said, because she passed just over a year ago. And when I know an artist has passed, I don't rate the first song that I react to after I know that they've passed because just out of respect for them. But it would have been above a 9 because I really enjoyed the writing in this one. So there you go. All right, Matthew, thank you again, my friend. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Cut off all of my long brown hair, packed up everything else in Chevrolet.